Hello everyone and welcome back to Runeweaving with Birch. It's been a busy month here in the Birch household. I had a couple of classes I was teaching at the beginning of the month in real life, which sort of absorbed some time. And I know we all enjoyed that little story about Grandmother Winter and Ostara a couple weeks ago. The snow has since melted. I'm hoping for more snow because I got my skis and I'm all set to go worship Scotty on a pair of cross-country skis. Doesn't get more goddess of wintry than that, does it? So today's rune is going to be Ansuz. Ansuz is one of the more esoteric of the first Aett, and it is, I think, one of the more interesting runes, so we'll definitely be looking at that. As for the weaving on the loom, I'm not going to be doing any strokes today because last night while watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, I got done with all the yellows. Next, I'm going to be working on a chunk of orange. And then there's a pretty pink and yellow that I think I'm going to do on the very bottom of this. So we don't have much more to go. We only got a couple of weeks until Krampusnacht, and I am going to be doing my darndest to finish it beforehand because I am not going to get on Frau Halla's bad side this year now, am I? So we'll see. Stay tuned. I'll let you know. So as always, let us begin with a verse from the Havamal. When and how to eat. Always rise to an early meal, but eat your fill before a feast. If you're hungry, you'll have no time to talk at the table. The nature of friendship. A bad friend is far away, though his cottage is close. To a true friend lies a trodden road, though his farm lies far away. I do have some friends out there who are very far away, and I hope the road never grows over between us. So, let us begin with the rune Ansuz now in earnest. Ansuz is one of Odin's runes. It's a rune often translated as air. It ties in with the story of Odin, Vili, and Ve when they encountered Ask and Embla, the two logs that they carved into the first humans. At the end of the process, Odin breathed life into Ask and Embla, and that was the moment when they were transformed from logs into human beings. It refers very much to the breath of life. What does it mean to be alive? It means that we have lungs, and we do that. And think of how often you really think about what your lungs are doing, right? It's just sort of there. They're just pumping away in the background. But if they weren't working, or for those people who have a condition that doesn't allow them to work right, it makes life so much more difficult, doesn't it? So, with that, I definitely think let's work with Ansuz tonight. So, now do you remember with Fehu how you always want the lines to go up because Odin, well, you want your money to grow, right? Well, Ansuz looks kind of like Fehu, but you always angle it down. Why? Well, imagine that you have here a person, right? Here would be like the person's head, here's their body, legs would be kind of down there, right? This is their cloak, billowing in the wind, flowing out behind them. Can you see it? The wind is kind of catching it and sending it flying through the air. So if you're ever confused, how do you tell the difference between Fehu and Ansuz? Fehu you go up, because you always want your money to grow. Well, Ansuz, the one we're working with tonight, is coming down because you're blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind, right? Bob Dylan was more right, I think, than he knew when he sang that the answer to life is blowing in the wind. But I don't know if Bob Dylan knew that Ansuz very much can be that answer. So, blessed be everyone. Ansuz.